800,000 years ago, a meteor slammed into Earth. Scientists just found the crater. Scientists knew the impact happened, they just didn't know where it happened. This is from Live Science, space.com. Contributor: about 790,000 years ago, a meteor slammed into Earth with such a force that the explosion blanketed about 10% of the planet with shiny black lumps of rocky debris. They're known as tektites. They're glassy blobs of melted terrestrial rock that were strewn from Indochina to eastern Antarctica and from the Indian Ocean to the western Pacific. For more than a century, scientists searched for evidence of the impact that created these pitted blobs, but the crater's location eluded detection until now. Geochemical analysis and local gravity readings told researchers that the crater lay in southern Laos on the Bolevan Plateau. The ancient impact was concealed under a field of cooled volcanic lava spanning nearly 2,000 square miles, that's 5,000 square kilometers, the scientists reported in a new study. When a meteor hits the Earth, terrestrial rocks at the impact site can liquefy from the intense heat. Then they cool into glassy tektites, according to the Jackson School Museum of Earth History at the University of Texas. Scientists can look at the abundance of the location of the tektites to help locate an impact, even if the original crater is eroded or concealed, the study authors wrote. In this case, there were plenty of tektites, so where was the crater? The force of the impact is thought to have created a rim measuring more than 300 feet or 100 meters tall, according to the study. Tektites from the impact were at their biggest and most abundant in the eastern part of central Indochina, but because the tektites were so widespread, previous estimates of the crater size ranged from 9 miles in diameter to 186 miles, and the feature's precise position remains uncertain even though scientists spent decades searching. For the new study, the researchers first investigated several promising eroded craters candidates in southern China, northern Cambodia, and central Laos, but soon ruled out those spots. In all cases, the suspected crater-like features turned out to be much older and were instead identified as erosion in rocks dating to the Mesozoic era, about 252 million years ago, to about 66 million years ago. Was the crater buried? On Laos's Bolevan Plateau, the scientists found a site where fields of volcanic lava might have hidden signs of an older meteor impact. In a region that the researchers targeted as a likely spot for a crater, most of the lava flows were also in the right age range, between 51,000 and 780,000 years old. The study, authors peered below at the lava surface by taking gravity readings at more than 400 locations. The resulting gravity maps show one area of particular interest with a gravitational anomaly, the subsurface zones less dense than the volcanic rock surrounding it. Their measurements hinted at an elliptical, elongated crater about 300 feet thick, about 8 miles wide, and 11 miles long, according to the study. Together, all of these clues suggest that this thick pile of volcanic rocks does indeed bury the site of the impact, according to what the scientists wrote. Together, all of these clues suggest that this thick pile of volcanic rocks does indeed bury the site of the impact, according to the scientists. The findings were published December 30th in the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, and this is on space.com. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.